And Kris McCusker joins us now from the 680 News Center. And Kris, good news for people who are looking at the dollar because it closed pretty high today.
It did, Francis. So your Canadian dollar goes a little bit further if you're heading to the U.S. It hit a high, an intraday high today of 80.53 cents U.S. So that's about a 2-year high. And what's interesting is it wasn't really anything that was happening in the U.S. We heard from the U.S. Federal Reserve. The tone was somewhat dovish as far as interest rates are concerned. They didn't change interest rates this time. So the U.S. dollar after this policy statement went lower. The Canadian dollar went higher. So the Canadian dollar is still one of the best performers in the world. And yes, it's a good thing for consumers. Now, I was talking to an investment advisor recently. He tells me it's a bit frustrating for his clients because of this recent strength, and the Loonie is sort of putting a crimp on their portfolios. And then CN Rail, as another example, which reported earnings this week, described a stronger dollar as a threat to profit. So that's sort of a good news, bad news story.
But investors south of the border are also rejoicing today because the markets did very well for them.
That's right. All 3 U.S. indices closed at records. The S&P was up by a single point, but it still counts. Strong earnings as far as the Dow goes from Boeing really driving the gains there. In fact, shares in Boeing actually hit a record as well.
Now the growth continues at Facebook, the social media giant reaching a new milestone today.
Yeah, it's true. The earnings came in from Facebook, revenue better than expected, mobile ad revenue better than expected. Monthly users hit 2 billion. That was also better than expected. And then get this, 1.32 billion daily active users. That's a 17% increase in a year. Hard to believe. Now, Facebook stock is up 13% in the past 3 months. It hit its most recent all-time high on Monday of $166 a share. And Francis, if you had bought this way back when, the IPO price was $38 a share.
Oh, we could have been rich, Kris, you and I.
Yes, I know.
We want to give a big shout out to our Facebook fans that are actually watching us on Facebook now. We stream the show on Facebook, and during our commercial breaks, we have extra special content. So if you haven't already done so, encourage you to tune in during the breaks, especially on our City News Facebook page. But let's move on to chocolate. I'm a big fan, you know, and one of the bars is seeing big demand now for exotic new flavors. Yeah,
exotic is a good word. How about a wasabi KitKat, or maybe a green tea KitKat?
I'll pass on the wasabi, but maybe the tea?
Yeah, well, apparently there's a need for these kind of chocolate bars, and mostly it's in Asia. So Nestle is going to open its first factory in Japan in more than 25 years. These somewhat strange concoctions are proving very, very popular. Nestle actually says that the exotic flavors helped KitKat sales in Japan grow by 50% since 2010. The tourists apparently love them as well. So because of this demand, they're going to create this factory. It's not really clear if we're going to see the wasabi KitKat in Canada anytime soon, but I'll keep you posted on that.
But let's be honest, if you were a tourist there, I think you would try it too, wouldn't you?
Well, why not, right? When in Rome, as they say.
Exactly. When in Japan. So many people, you know, start searching for a new job, apparently because they don't like their boss. Now, I wonder what it would be like working for, I don't know, Kate, Wills, Harry?
I feel like it would be pretty good. I'm just guessing. I'm going on, you know, what I sort of think based on what I see on TV. Let's talk about the job description. They are looking for a senior communications officer. And Francis, maybe we have the training for this.
Maybe.
I'm not sure. The work is related to their Royal Foundation. So it's a mid-senior level role. It's based at Kensington Palace. And the job means managing daily news flow to the media, ensuring items are accurate and positively reported and received by audiences via traditional digital and social media. Sounds good so far. You'll be required to conduct research for special projects, contribute to strategic discussions, and provide support to the overall household communications team. They want someone with experience, preferably someone with a degree, and preferably someone with experience in the charity sector. And one little note here, you need to have the ability to handle sensitive information with tact and discretion at all times. The salary on the LinkedIn job posting was not included.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's what we were all waiting for. We want to know,
I know.
how much are they going to pay us?
I know.
Because
Well,
I can keep my lips sealed. I'm good at keeping secrets.
Exactly. I would love to know. Love to know.
How much would it take for you to go and work with them?
I don't know. See, it rains a lot in London, so I don't know.
£500,000. That's my request.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll get back to you on that, as I said. Yeah.
Please forward on my demands and let me know what they say. I'm open to negotiation.
All right. Got it. Sounds fair.
Thank you, Kris.